Morning, YouTube. Sunday morning. Not even sure of the date. I think it's January 19th. Something like that, right? Yep. January 19. Just past 10:30. I'm fighting the cold in here today. She's pretty brisk outside. About 23 Fahrenheit. The temperature dropped like the king said. It dropped like a rock. So I'm rocking both heaters. That one, it does work. Works very well. I just got to figure out a way to put a small, or not a small, a fan behind it that doesn't turn fast. And I just loaded him up, so it's going to be a bit for him to catch up again. So I just been playing in here. I did a video yesterday. Actually, I did a couple. But I did one yesterday. And I had you sitting on my bench. I was doing electric motor. The first 3 seconds of it. Now picture it. I'm going to put you back where you were. That's where you were watching me work on my vise. Now, do you see that lawnmower tire there in the deck? The first 3 seconds, you'll see my little pet run across the floor. I feed him every night. I have a pan up here. I have bird feed. I have peanuts. I'm pretty sure you guys are well aware of that. This is the peanut tin right here. Peanuts in the shell. These guys, I stock up on it all the time. They're in a steel can, so the little guys aren't just going to go and help themselves. Bird feed's in here. It's got corn mixture, peanut, mullet, some type of seed, sunflower, and all that extra. They love it. And I do believe it's got a little molasses in it. That's the peanuts in the shell. I leave, when I feed them in the afternoon outside, I'll leave 4 or 5 up top here for the little guy. And he's been leaving peanut shells all over the place. Down there. But I do it mainly because over the years I've experienced the little critters. If you don't give them what they want, they're going to destroy stuff in your garage. I don't need that. I've had wires chewed and, mainly wires. Like, I don't know if you noticed, I really didn't have hydro in this garage. I jumped it from my shed into here, and all my wiring is out in the open. So you see all my hydro cords hanging. That's because this one orange one feeds to a block here and then feeds just lights and this power bar. Comes across, it's not buried anywhere, to that one. And I have it coming in right from that junction box up there. Sorry if my hand's in the way. And that's an armored cable going outside, which you see running across to my shed because I buried the hydro line from the house to my shed outside there. One of these this summer I'm going to do it properly, but anyways, see, nothing. All my wires are just hanging there loose. That's just the light, nothing special. Like, as soon as you start tacking them down and burying them, the little buggers think they need to chew on them to get past them. So I've learned that over the years, unless you got the armored cable. Not everybody has that luxury. Actually, I do. But I'm just saying, you know, the hydro wire with the steel conduit on it, this stuff here. Yeah, it's not even worth hanging on to. It's about 7 feet long, but it can feed a junction box, you know what I mean? So that's why I don't toss the stuff away. I have a shopping cart out back that's full of that stuff. Like, this is just some of it. Got the heavy armored cable right there. some there, and then this is just regular. This is what people have thrown out. Yeah, that's the problem with scrapping. You become a hell of a hoarder. You've seen all that hydro wire laying there. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. But anyways, the armored cable stuff. Okay, it's not in here. I have it outside. I have a big old shopping cart behind the shed. The other shed, not the garage. And it's got all that heavy armored stuff in. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's big, heavy, thick stuff. 4 wire, 6 wire. Yeah, I don't know what to do with it. Sell it like insulated wire. You don't get much for it. You can't sell it outright to an electrical company because they are not legally allowed to use used wiring. So now you and I in our own personal garages and that, we can get away with it. But so anyways, that's why I don't have it buried, because of my little pet. I can't stop him from coming in here. I don't know 100% where. He might have tunneled under, and he's probably like my concrete floor has got big ass cracks in it. Whoever did this garage previous to me getting it didn't lay what's underneath the cement properly. Maybe didn't use gravel or used sand. I have no idea. I'm thinking he just laid it right on the clay, and you can't do that. Because frost will get under it, heave it one way, heave it another way, crack it, whatever. But anyways, there's lots of openings where he could have got in. I had squirrels in here when we first moved in here. But then the old wooden door panel over here, they had one of the panels missing, so any animal could come and go as they pleased. So I had to curb that. Well, the squirrels were starting to destroy stuff. So I had to make sure. So I had to use the, not chicken wire, but it's a tighter mesh, but steel, had to be steel so little buggers couldn't chew on it. Gave them a hard time, so. But anyways, I'm just farting around in the garage. I'm fighting for temperature in here. As you can see, 45. This door is not draft free by any means. I missed out on a insulated blanket that attaches to these doors, and this one just happened to be the right size, but by the time I seen it on the internet, wow, it's already long gone. This is a 7 by 8, 8 feet wide, 7 feet high. Perfect garage. I got it scrapping. Some guy threw it out because he didn't like the color. Got all the hardware to go with it, the track, the wheels, the cables, the springs, the door handles, everything. Well, it just fit into my track, so I didn't have to put all that up. So needless to say, I have all that still brand new in my other shed. See, I've accumulated sheds. Mind you, when we moved here, we brought this one along that I have outside there. But the other one we accumulated living here. So I'm just working on microwave stuff. As you can see by the, and I did a couple of them lamps. A lot of it was just tin. I figured at least this stuff would have been aluminum, but no, it's tin. And it turned out to be, where is that bucket? Turned out to be zinc. I didn't get a whole lot of parts off of it, so I got some nice copper out of it. The big old light sockets. Look at that. That's some nice copper. But other than that, I didn't get a whole lot out of it. Shred steel and one nice piece of clean cast as a base. That was on one, not the other. So I'm just farting around. No, there's a inverter. Came out of one microwave. So, and I got the fans and that to do. That's what I'm doing. But I just thought you'd like to recheck that video out. It was the one where you seen me taking the dishwasher motor apart. It was right at the very beginning. A lot of people don't do anything with these. I do. We've got a nice extruded piece of aluminum there. Nice copper on here, copper there, screws, everything. So yeah, oh look at that, even my drill's been cold and I had it in the house. It's been sitting on this bench. There's a lot. The wind's coming up my driveway today and it's very brisk. These are easy to clean up. Got a nice compliment there from Ali Mack Mechanical and his wife Tina. I guess now she wants to get a vise and start taking stuff apart. I appreciate you guys for watching. I had fun last night on the live stream there with Rafael. Everybody else that was on it. Nice little chunk. These can be a real pain in the butt. You can beat them up and they just got like slivers of steel. It's like it's chromed. I think that's probably what it is. It's chrome steel. I'm not saying I'm an expert. It's just, it's not your typical ferrous, whatever that stuff is. They're a little tricky to get off. I don't like to destroy the circuit board completely, but if I must, I will. Like I say, I'm not putting it back together. There we go. Most of it. I can get the two big fat leads. I don't know why you can see that. They're pinned right in here. They're pretty thick. It's like rope. And I mean like nice rope. There's a little bit of copper in there. Not bad. This guy comes out pretty easy. Just like a big... I gotta bust that first. Pop out for me? No? Well, we'll see. There we go. Now he's coming out. We talked him into it. Okay, I understand. So there's the rope. Nice little piece of copper. Just like rope. Number 2. So that one bucket did get completely filled there yesterday. I showed you. I was taking those motors apart. Yeah. It's all tangled up there. I just made a hell of a mess out of it now. Okay. I don't normally do that. This one's so finagled up. Not much of a choice but to bust it up. Here's the other little bits of copper. That's nice. It's better than a transformer coming out of a microwave, I think. I like those inverters. Don't get them too often. And when you do, it's kind of nice. Yeah. Let's get this little guy to do yet. Like I said, I do believe this is the chromed one. I think. Yep. He's not brittle like this one here. So Mr. King was wondering what I did for a living. He's pretty well on the ball. No, I don't 100% count on this as my income. I am a truck driver by trade. I have been driving the truck off and on for 35 plus years. Been driving truck for a lot of different companies. I always had the passion to drive. Getting paid for it was kind of a bonus, you know what I mean? Anybody can drive. So this goes in the circuit board bucket. And extruded aluminum. So that's how that works. More of that steel, that ferrous stuff. It's so brittle. I guess it's good for a motor, right? I guess. This is all garbage. That's steel. Try to keep a neat clean bench so I can play. What's this thing? Oh, it's burning my butt. Okay, I need to see what's all in this bucket of goodies here. Oh, stuff I've taken apart outside and said I'll get at it. These are ferrous. They're easy to get at. Nice little copper motor. That one's going to be a little, well, I've got to cut and then pull it out the bottom. I think I kind of finagled that one up a bit. We'll see if we can get it out. Oh, there's a rotor that's got to come apart. Couple rotors in here. I didn't know what was in here. Nice chunk of strippable copper wire. Transformer. Rotor. Yeah, one of these days I'll get at all them transformers. I got so many of them to do. I got about 8 buckets of them. Oh yeah, we're going to discover what's all involved in that one. That's why it's there. It's a circuit. Fan motors. a bunch of them here. Not gonna work on them right now, maybe this afternoon. I'll put them in that other bucket for now. Microwave motors. Oh, it almost seems like there's nothing in there. Everybody's got copper on them, some just brighter than others, and no, my yarn doesn't distinguish between bare bright when it's this fine. It's just copper, because they say when it's braided like hair, they don't care, more or less. I don't know, do you hang on to these things? It's a pressure gauge for an air compressor. On the tank, it's got the safety switch for the emergency if it pumps up too high. I don't know if that dial even works. Oh yeah, it does. A little tight. That's for your air hose. How many PSIs? This one's good for 175, but it red line's at 1 1/4 and it says danger. Why would you be danger at 1 1/4? Man, the air compressor I got will go to buck and a half. But I turned it down to 135 because I didn't want it that high. That's a piece of stainless, piece of cast. That's the latch from the dishwasher. They come out very easy. It's just a crimped piece of steel. You bend it back and it pops out. These, you got to beat them up. So maybe put them in the freezer. They'll bust apart easier. Yeah, I got a nice little mess here to take care of. Don't mind me when I go through these. Them later. A pile of them. They're all microwave motors. And some of them, like this, will be off the back of the timer on your washer or dryer. It's still electric motor. Okay, you don't belong in this pile at all. Because I did all this on the back of the pickup truck, and then that way it all stayed contained. Yeah, because there's what they're out of. Iron the aluminum I get for that, 10 cents a pound. It's not too shabby. Don't see any other ones. There's an electric motor. Oh, there's another one. Huh, don't see any more. Here's the aluminum, where is you? Right there. Yeah, King, you're also wondering how old I was. How old do you think I look? I know, I keep telling everybody I got this gray hair ever since I said I do at the wedding. And I know that's bullshit, but whatever. It was a good joke. But, well, you gonna send me a birthday present? Be an easy one to remember. Your oldest daughter and I had the same birth date. July 17. Just I'm a little bit older. Just a wee bit, not much. Yeah, I'll be 59 this year. Some people call that being a puppy. I guess I'm a puppy. Some nice brass hiding around in here. Look at that, eh? The brass trinkets off the dishwashers. This is off of, might be an air compressor too. Another safety cutoff switch. That's all brass. I just gonna try and figure out. I've never taken one apart, so we're gonna see what's in there. It is some brass. I gotta clean you up a little bit. These guys are good to go. Oh, a piece of rubber on there yet. These are off of dishwashers, obviously. When you unscrew the one piece off, right? The water inlet. This part's always, you gotta unscrew it and pull it out the bottom half. So usually it's either a Phillips or a torque bit, or even actually with a nut driver. So I just like to clean the duct tape off of it. I know, it's plumber's tape, Teflon. It's like a duct tape. It's actually better. Duct tape has some uses, but not a lot. Call it 100-mile-an-hour tape. It would do 100 mile an hour before it would start unraveling. If you buy the good stuff like the Gorilla duct tape, I didn't say duck, duct with a T. You're not even supposed to use it. That's one thing that really killed me. They call it duct, D-U-C-T, tape. You should never use it on your furnace ducting. There's a special tape for that. I mean, it ain't that silver stuff that everybody thinks they can use. Okay, those are as clean as you're gonna get. More brass for the liking. Yeah, I only have one or two pieces, otherwise I generally put it on my bench grinder, get the wire brush wheel, and it zips this off real quick. If you can get it started, it usually comes off pretty nice, and then it sticks to everything it touches. But I'd give them no excuse. I could probably take it in like this. It's just Teflon tape. But I don't want them to degrade my brass just because it's got this stuff on it. And it takes a few seconds or a minute to take it off, right? I don't even have a wire brush in here, I don't think. No, I have those mini ones for doing soldering and stuff, plumbing, but I don't think I have them in here. I don't see one hanging here. But that'll work. So anyways, that's what I'm up to. Nothing exciting. A power pack, I guess, for a printer. Can't read it. Writing's so tiny and there's a million different things on there. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna see what's inside of them. Oh, some nice little copper trinkets. Yeah. That's what's inside of it. It's a little bit of copper there, copper motor, another one there, and a little bit of aluminum extruded. See that? Oh no, I wasn't throwing it in the bucket. More work. Sometimes I wonder why I bother, you know. Got brushes here that gotta come apart. Gotta take the brass out of the plastic. There's brass in these things. Fluorescent lights. This is strippable copper. It's all solid core. Yeah, look at the thickness of that. We almost can't see the copper and how thick that wire is. It's almost not even worth it. Here's another one. Same idea. I'm going to show you the two together. Same idea. That's why it's called low grade copper. Okay. Getting closer to being going on for lunch. I readjusted that clock so it's on the right time. That's what I'm playing with today. Look at that. We're starting to get some sunshine. Woo! It's getting bright out there. Very, very, very windy. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share or not. Have a nice day.